I am live, and the stream is back up, so I don't know what happened. And Kathy's not happy about that. Patty brought her a child's bed, which is ridiculous.
Yes, it is. It's very ridiculous. And you know, and the other thing is, you know, this neighbors of hers, you know, part of me thinks, well, Patty should have.
Oh, by the way, wait a minute. I haven't heard anything about the great wedding. You haven't said anything about the great wedding.
Well, she went to the wedding. She said she didn't think it was that fancy, and she made a comment that she thought she didn't think she said the wedding cake wasn't even moist. It wasn't that, you know, it wasn't that good. And, you know, people were saying, oh, does she want to take some home? And Patty was like, no, thank you, I don't want it. And
she could have taken a piece. She could have taken a piece for you. That's what I would have done.
I mean, that's like, you know, that, you know, I mean, I really, it's like, that does not, you know, bother me that much. I mean, but she told me, let's see, she shared the bed with someone, and it was like, Patty paid for it by herself, and she would have paid like $300, and she managed to share it with someone, so it didn't cost her as much as it would have. But
well, it was ridiculous to go to the thing in the first place.
Well, you know, I mean, you know, I asked her, I said, what was going inside of your head? You know, and she said, oh, well, we were at the wedding store, and she was so excited, and she said, I got caught up in the excitement. And I said, you know, sure she's excited. I mean, it's her wedding, but I mean, that doesn't mean you have to get all, oh, well, this is, you know, I mean, of course the bride is supposed to get excited. She's the one to get married, but, I think it's, you know, but, you know, I said, shoot, I said, you know, she spent, Patty lost about $500, and she had to pay for half the room, that was $150, and, but, you know, I mean, you know, and Patty said the hotel was that fancy. She said that she didn't think it was that big of a deal. And of course, Patty bitched about, why couldn't they get married here? Why didn't they get married?
It's romantic get married down there, or so they say.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, Patty just, you know, she made it sound like torture, like, oh, God. Well, she had to pay for a hotel room. If I knew I had to pay for a hotel room, I'd say, you know what? You're getting married, that's great. Whatever, see ya. Like, that's nice. You know, you give them a card with a gift card, and that's it. You know, I mean, I would say, well, I'm glad you get married. I'm happy for you, and you know, all right, that's it. But I mean, it was just so incredibly stupid.
Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, shit. Hold on. I just dropped the phone. The back of the phone opened up. Hold on a minute. Only Patty would spend that kind of money going to a wedding for people she doesn't even know. Oh, shit. Excuse my language. I just swore on my channel. Oh, God. Excuse me. This is not going well tonight. Again, hello. I disconnected the phone. What the hell is going? I don't know what's going on. I disconnect the phone, and Kathy disconnected the phone. This is a crazy night. Got another subscriber, Anna Phillips. Welcome, Anna. I need a new MacBook. Someone send me a MacBook. All right, let me notify people I'm on again, but I don't know what happened to the stream, and I have no idea what's going on. Nothing new in that. Why this stupid thing keeps crapping out is beyond me. I don't know if it's YouTube doing this. It's not my internet. According to the Wi-Fi symbol, which I managed to get back on, I'm on the internet. The network is going full blast. I don't know how to tell whether you can tell if it's going full blast, but it's going. Wish I had a producer and the money to buy new equipment. This wouldn't be happening. All right, get that out of the way. Now let's see if I can get Kathy again. Well, somehow we got disconnected again. I didn't do it that time. Well, I had no way of knowing that. When I put the battery back in, the phone disconnected. Hello, Snapty. How you doing? Ask Kate Hudson if she knows how to fix my screen. And Kathy will kill me, but at least the stream will be working. Oh, God.
Right. God, I've got a child, you know.
Kathy has a bed that is No, I did not meet Billy Mealy, but I met him the first Alien Con. Kathy has a bed that is so small, Baby Bear from Goldilocks and the Three Bears couldn't sleep in it. Ratty brought her a new bed. I use the term in quotes, new bed. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it is. You know, I'm in a child's bed.
I told Kathy the ratty one probably found it in a dumpster. Since she has a van, she probably took it out of the dumpster and, oh, I'll save money. And I won't have to pay anybody to deliver the bed, a decent bed that Kathy can sleep in. I'll get this free rat special and take it to Kathy. She won't mind that it's out of the dumpster or by the dumpster, or I found them on the side of the road because I'm a cheap, you know what. I saw Billy Mealy. He had his side to me and then his back to me, and then he went and got photographs taken. But to meet Billy Mealy, they wanted $100 for a picture, and I met him already, so I'm not going to spend $100 to talk to Will Robinson. I talked to him. You know, I have slept on a child's bed once. And I think we may have had a child's bed when we lived together once, but I'm 6'2". How tall are you anyway? I don't remember.
Who, me?
No, the cat. Yes, you.
5'3.5".
She's 5'3.5", and the bed's 5 foot long, and she can't sleep on it. Well, all I know is the big guys at Alien. I have to keep interrupting Kathy for questions about the convention. The big guys that I saw earlier Saturday or on Friday that I didn't see were Eric Von Doniken and Giorgio Tsoukalos. They were mobbed. Now, they were there early Saturday. Tsoukalos was, and they were mobbed. And then once Tsoukalos was done, everything there were no more lines. I would say while I was there, Billy Mealy was talking to people outside they had it all curtained off. While I was there, about 5 or 6 people went to get pictures with Angela Cartwright, Marta Christian, and Billy Mealy. I didn't see. Kathy, please don't interrupt me. Kathleen, don't interrupt me. I'm talking. Let me finish what I'm talking. Then you can ask your question. I did not see Mark. I can't remember his last name now because someone interrupted me. I did not see Major Don West. Mark. Oh God, I can't remember his name. The actor. I didn't see him at all, but he was there, and some kid from the new show was there, but I didn't see him either. But I'd see 5 or 6. There were about 40 or 50 waiting for Linda Moulton Howe by the time the line was there. I did not see Gates McFadden. That was on Friday, so I don't know. I got there Saturday at 10 o'clock, Friday night at 10 o'clock, and so okay. Now you can ask your question.
Isn't Angela Cartwright? You know, was she one of the actresses in Alien?
Yes.
Yeah, she was the one that was so scaredy cat, the one that was freaking out.
I don't know. I don't remember much about the movie, so I took you to it. But
there was a scene when the alien was born, and she wasn't very happy about the fact that she got more of the blood splatter than the other actors.
I don't remember much. Look, the main thing I remember about the movie is the chest buster scene at the end of the movie. There was Jonesy the cat, which of course I focused on, and the end of the movie. And I don't remember, it was the first movie or the second movie. She was in some kind of powered suit with arms, and she was throwing beer barrels at the alien, and she pushed it out the airlock. That's all I remember about Alien. Of course, it has been 30 years, and I wouldn't, know one Alien movie from the other. So, and the second or the third, let me finish. Please let me finish what I'm saying before you interrupt. The second or the third movie, the only thing I remember, there were colonial marines and the guy saying, "Game over, man, game over." And there were cocoons with people in them. They looked like something out of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. All I remember about that movie. I'm not a fan of the alien movies. Kathy is.
I love my aliens.
Now, he asked, was Paul Reiser in that movie? I have no idea. Kathy might know.
Yeah, he was. He was the one who told her that, we don't want to bring him back, we want to exterminate him. And he was the one who told them to go to the ship. And, and of course he knew, Ripley had told him what was, and he sent people there. He knew that there was a possibility that they could get hurt. Ripley was going to turn them in, and he got done in later on, but.
Well, in any event, he's saying Paul Reiser is good in Stranger Things, which I have never watched and have barely heard of.
I haven't seen it.
Kathy hadn't seen it either. So.
He was definitely a bad guy. I don't know much about him.
Well, one guy was like the corporate guy, and then there was. Oh, I do remember one other thing. In one of the movies, there was a bad android.
Yeah, the first one.
No, the second one I thought was the bad android. Maybe I thought there was a second android somewhere in there, one of those movies. But what do I know?
There's Android Aliens. He was the one who betrayed them. And the second one, the android turned out to be the nice guy.
I knew there was another android somewhere, but you've seen one android, you've seen them all, except for Data.
Yeah, but the alien killer
or Data.
Movie, they had two androids. One was a bad guy, the other was a good guy.
I do remember in the first one also the late and great actor Yaphet Kotto, so black guy.
What? Wait a minute. He's dead?
Yes, he's dead. He's been dead for a while, but he's a good actor.
No, not according to the website.
I think he's dead.
No, he's still alive.
I could be wrong. I thought he died. Hold on. You're the bad habit. You keep speaking and you won't let me talk. And I got to look him up now. I have no idea because I'm not an expert on these things. I just go from memory, and I'm often wrong at times. I admit it. I know Jeffrey Holder's dead.
I don't know who that is.
Great Broadway actor and dancer. Okay, Yaphet Kotto. All right, he's still alive. I'm wrong. He's 78. So, and by the way, he was the Kananga or whatever it was in one of the James Bond movies. So.
He was a pretty good bad guy.
Yeah.
I think that the only thing about him, I was a little bit confused about either from Africa or he was brought up in.
No, he was born in New York City.
Confused about that.
He was born in New York City, and
his parents were African or something. I'm not sure.
Well, you let me speak. His father was a businessman from Cameroon, and in his autobiography, Royalty, Kotto writes his father was a crown prince of Cameroon. Cameroon's republic, its monarchs have limited responsibilities as auxiliary to the state, which they must support at all times. He learned his father's family was royal in adult life while studying his lineage. He's also descendant of Queen Victoria, and his father was also Jewish. So
I'm very confused as to how have lineage with Queen Victoria. That I'm very confused.
There, the mother had an affair with, or the father had an affair. I just read it, but I turned it off, so I don't know.
Oh.
Hold on. Somebody asking me a question for you. Give me a moment. When I'm speaking, you let me talk. All right. Does Kathy read the Alien comics from Dark Horse?
Oh, yeah.
And why do you like the Aliens movies so much? Excuse me while I go get the gun and put it in my mouth. Go ahead. You can speak. If I ever see that alien, I'm going to strangle it. Go ahead. Whoa. My God, this is a moment that will go down in history. Kathy is speechless.
No, I mean, I haven't heard the question.
Why do you like the Alien movies so much?
Oh, because it scared me, and that's a feeling I rarely get, and I enjoyed it. It's I don't scare easily, and it was very enjoyable being scared, having my breath taken away. I wish more horror movies could have that effect on me, but I don't scare easily. So, and to me, I think the
God, I just realized something. I got to go to Oakland on the 1st and Pleasant Hill on the 1st to pay coin interest. I have to pay the camera interest.
By the way, I know the one thing you forgot, because you were thinking, why did I take her to the movie?
No, I love you, but it just, you've been talking about this stupid movie for 30 years, and I'm tired of it.
Maybe you forgot that it got a standing ovation at the end of it. Everybody stood up and applauded, but she shot it out. So,
yeah, I don't remember this. I don't remember. I'll just go away and let you talk for the next hour and a half while I get no word in edgewise. I don't remember the standing ovation. I remember cheering, but remember, that was the night that we also got my radio got stolen by some guy in the street. So my AM/FM radio, which really pissed me off, and I called the cops, and he disappeared into a hotel. That was a very expensive shortwave AM/FM radio. I put it down the counter of the liquor store because that movie scared me so much. I got a bottle of brandy, and he grabbed it and ran out of the store. So I lost money going to that movie.
Sorry.
And I still remember that. And then when I got home, Snooky put his tail in my mouth, and I woke up saying the aliens got me.
Yeah, I know you totally.
My Snooky cat liked to sleep in the pillow above my head. About 3:30 in the morning, I felt this tail going down my face and into my mouth, and I thought it was a Snooky cat liked to sleep in the pillow above my head. About 3:30 in the morning, I felt this tail going down my face and into my mouth, and I thought it was a chest buster going into my mouth, and I totally freaked, and I said, I am never going to one of these movies again. And I didn't until I took her to Alien Crap Erection, one of the worst movies ever, with the ugly baby. And I think I might have taken you or gone to see the one with the whatever the child name was, Blinks or something or other, Binkett Blanket, where she was protecting the little girl. But I don't remember much about that one either. But you're enamored of these things. Someone asked, how come my girlfriend steps all over you when you're speaking? And my question is, my answer is, I don't know. She has a bad habit of not letting me finish my sentence. Okay, go ahead.
You want me to just come out and say I've got a big mouth?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have a hard time knowing when the breaks come. By the way, Snap T says he was scared by Howard the Duck as a kid, which is kind of funny. I'm the only person in America, I think, that liked Howard the Duck. But I read the comics, too.
Unfortunately, when I talk, I'm not trying to cut you out. I get excited. And it's, when I talk, it's hard for me to, it's hard for me to. It's really hard for me to slow down. It's really hard for me to slow down or be quiet. Talking stimulates me, and then I want to. I know I have a habit of going on and on.
Well, you don't let the other person get in the word edgewise. That's when I start to lose my temper after a while. Now they're asking another. Snap T is asking another question. I have never even heard of this movie. Benji the Hunted. What the hell is Benji the Hunted? I thought Benji was some shaggy dog or something.
Right. That does not ring a bell.
I know Ben. I know Ben and the Bear Gentle Ben, and I know Willard, but not Benji the Hunted. I thought it was some shaggy, like the dog in My Three Sons, that shagginess. But Benji the Hunted is not high on my movie list.
Never heard of it either.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Benji's Revenge, maybe. I don't know, but what the hell is Benji the Hunted?
Why would they take a cute little fuzzy dog?
No, Benji is the sheepdog something, I think.
I just can't imagine a dog, wanting vengeance. That's to me, that's like, I don't get it.
They took away his milk bones and no more Mr. Nice Guy, Let's see.
Right.
What is Benji the Hunted?
Well,
a shipwreck. Oh, I know this movie. It's got the cat.
What?
They're shipwrecked, and the Benji has got the little kitty cats. He's got the baby mountain lions, and he's a shaggy dog, and it's a Disney movie. I've seen something about it.
Cute.
When a shipwreck separates the courageous dog Benji from his trainer, the crafty canine must brave the dangers of an island wilderness alone. As Benji winds up avoiding the meal of bears and wolves, winding up the meal of bears and wolves, the resourceful mutt, what a nice thing to call the dog, comes across 4 cougar cubs left orphaned by a hunter who shot their mother. Unwilling to see the cubs exposed to the perilous environment, Benji puts himself in harm's way to protect the feline infants, and they're riding his back as he crosses the stream and there's a trailer for it. I may have to check this movie out. We like this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Now this is a double bill. He saw it in the theater while my dad saw Aliens and others. I was just thinking, that'd be a hell of a thing. Benji saves the kitties, and at the same movie they have Aliens. What a double bill that would be. But he said it was in a different theater. Benji the Hunted is awesome, said Rutalski. So I've never heard of this movie. I thought I heard of every Disney movie ever made. I missed this one somehow. What were they doing then?
Aliens, the musical.
Oh, yeah. We're here to bite you. We're here to bite you. To impregnate you too.
I to come out of some guy and started singing I'm so wild about Harry, and the guy came out of the Terry.
Hey, don't sing it though. Don't sing it. I'll get a copyright strike. 1987. What was I doing in 1987? I was living in Sacramento then. I didn't go. They closed down the $1.75 movie when I lived there, and they closed the one in Carmichael. So I didn't go see any movies because I didn't know where any other movie theaters were. No, they had one up. I take that back. They had one up on Watt Avenue. Don't ruin it. People haven't seen the movie. Don't spoil it. We don't want to know the ending of the movie. Do not put that in the chat. Don't ruin the movie for people who haven't seen it. I always thought it was like Gentle Ben and what's that? Old Yeller and some guy. And here the animals struggling to ford the river as the raging forest fire approaches, or something like that, or they'd have baby animals doing something or other, or the deer would try to be getting out of the forest fire. There's always or they'd have they had all these nature movies in the 50s, And here are the mountain elk, or the mountain goats, or the mountain lions, or the mountain Rams or something, or the Dodgers. I don't know. And they all merged into one giant movie in my mind because they were all. And they had Werner von Braun telling how we'd have space stations going up. There you go, interrupting me again, Kathleen. I wasn't finished. We'd have Werner von Braun with rotating space stations orbiting the Earth and the Moon and going to Mars and the planets and mining the asteroids. All right, now you can continue.
I was going to say, that, I'm trying, one of the best nature movies they ever came out with was, Born Free. I'd like to know how many people could watch that and not cry. Born Free. I'd like to know how many people could watch that and not cry. You know what Born Free is, right?
Yeah, it's a lion or something, or a tiger. I don't know.
Yeah, they released it to the wild, a female lion.
All I remember about
got killed or something, and they raised the lion cubs, and they kept one female lion, and she told her husband, that I want her to be in the wild. I don't want her to depend upon humans. And I always thought that was a very beautiful movie.
Okay, are you done? Because you cut me off again. I remember reading the book. It was Joy Adamson, and she was British in Kenya or somewhere. And I saw the movie, and I remember the song that they played over and over again. All right, don't tell the story of any movies. There are people that have not seen some of these movies, so don't spoil it. That includes my viewers. Don't tell the plot. Don't tell the butler did it. Don't tell the lion did it with the candelabra in the cave. None of that stuff. I want us to be surprised like anybody else when I see these movies. I'm still working on Scrooge McDuck losing all his money.
I thought because that movie's been around for so long, I couldn't imagine that people haven't seen it by now.
And I think I saw Milo and Otis. They had to go through hundreds of miles of enraged movie critics or something. And anyway, I'm going to let you go.
I told people for years that, that I'm actually, inside I'm a big kid, but I still don't think just because I feel like a big kid doesn't mean I should have a kid bed. I don't know.
I gotta come over and film this bed with you on, not in the nude, but with you on it. I do a video of the bed the ridiculous bed.
It is ridiculous. Somehow, I don't know how, I have to calmly tell Patty, even though I'm irritated, there was so much stuff going on today that it didn't ring in my head, hey. But I thought, God, this bed is small, but it didn't hit me until now, and I'm like,
no, we're not going to jump on the bed because the bed would not survive if I jumped on the bed. The cat has to sleep in something.
I know it, but but when I sleep, I like to sleep spread eagle when it gets hot. Helps keep me cool. But
look, this bed will
God forbid if I move.
This bed will take 4 pins like you're in the lab, like a frog pin to the table, pin to the cutting board, and that's how you have to sleep, face down with your feet and hands pinned to the bed so you don't move and fall off the bed during that. This is the most ridiculous thing that Patty has ever done. Brought you a baby bed. Next thing, I'm not done. Next thing, she will insist you wear diapers and a rattle and a pacifier. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're bringing
and a
back
bra
memories.
and panties.
Bringing back memories.
Don't start. Don't tell the story. Do not tell that story.
You know what I'm talking about.
Don't. I will tell people this much.
All right.
Hold on. No, they're gonna quiet for a minute, woman. They're gonna ask what this is about. I will just say I deliberately pranked Patty, and both Kathy and I, when Patty saw what I did, ran to the door and jumped in the car and took off with Patty on both her heels, yelling, "You son of a bitch!" And we were laughing so hard, Kathy almost crashed the car. So I deliberately did. I bought something and I did something to Patty, and not to Patty directly. I won't say what I did, but it was the funniest thing I think I've ever did. And we were laughing for miles. We were crying, and Patty was furious. And I won't say what it is, but you know, when you're young, and I was 25, but I got tired of the one thing we kept seeing going on, and I said, I'm going to do something too. Partly, I wanted to see if Patty was paying attention. She wasn't, and she was mad for a long time, and I didn't go near Patty for a long time after.
Yeah,
and I wish it had been in my home with a hidden camera. It would have gone viral. The look on Patty's face would have gone viral. So,
yeah. Okay. Well.
Now, as for a shipping container, I have a bed. There will be 2 containers side by side. And by the way, I sleep on my back. Cannot sleep on my side unless I'm exhausted, and I cannot sleep on my face. I can't breathe.
If I slept on my back, I'd wake up in agony. I have not been able to sleep on my back for years because I have a curved spine, and
I have to interrupt.
I'm still mystified.
I have to interrupt for a moment. This is important. It has nothing to do with you, but it is the channel. I'm seeing 3 people watching. Are you people seeing this? Let me know, please, because I've had to stop and start this now 3 times.
Oh, God.
No, she was born with these. No, Inuyasha, she was born with the spine curve. It's not from sleeping on her stomach.
God. Well, I have to get up and go to the computer.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I love you, and I will get up sometime next month and film the bed of death. Bye-bye. There's Kathy in the baby bed of death. She tried lying on it today, and she can barely lie on it, and it's 5 foot long, and she says 3 foot wide. Hi, Zoe. Okay, I don't know what was going on earlier. It looks like I've got about 6 people in, but it says only 3 are watching, and it's confusing. I don't know what she's got a curved spine. Don't ask. What am I, a medical doctor? I don't know what curved spine is. She was born with her spine curved. I'm not even sure what that is. I just know she has one. So, no, she does not have rickets. Rickets is a vitamin deficiency, and it's people that I think they get it from people who have diet primarily of rice. By the way, something most curious. Since Kathy was here on the weekend, all the cats were scared of her. Fuzzy's been spending all her time in the window. She came to eat in here once. Fluffy and little girl didn't come in at all yesterday except when it was feeding time. So they're all staying away. They're scared of Kathy, which is sad. That's not the iPad. Mm-hmm. All right. Angie the Hum is amazing. Yeah, I'm right. Rickets. Fewer than 100. I was right. It's a vitamin deficiency, a softening of weakening bones in children, usually due to inadequate vitamin D. Kathy drinks so much milk, she probably supports all of Berkeley Farms dairy, so she's not going to have it. No, the Talkie and Tiny were afraid of cats. Talkie came up to me today and yesterday, but Tiny is stepping back, and the jerk who said, I don't care about the cats and they're not my cats, he was sitting on the doorstep. I took the dishes and moved them all the way practically to the end of the sidewalk. And when I went there last night, they had water. The water dish was there, and tonight it was gone. So I had to give him a new water dish. So he probably threw everything in the garbage. He's a jerk. He's not, the word I want to use begins with A. So he's out there and camped on the doorstep, and Tiny one was afraid to eat. Now they both came and ate, and then Talkie came over and started eating Pretty One's food, and then Squeaky started eating Pretty One's food. I had to yell at both of them, hey, you have your own food. And Gray showed up, no orangey. I had Talkie, Tiny, Squeaky's, Gray, and Pretty One, and the 3 downstairs. Yeah, I don't, that may be it. Turn ad block off, because I go out of these videos and there are like 80, 90, 100 people watching. But while it's live, I see 3 people, 4 people, sometimes 30. No, I don't know if she's part Asian or not. She suspects it, but we don't know. We can do a DNA test, but that costs about $200. But it's very frustrating to see 10 guys in chat, and I'm seeing 3 people on the screen. I'm going, what the hell's going on? It may not reflect that once you're already in chat. Once you turn the ad blocker off, it may still think you're blocking. I don't know. Now, this is interesting. The way people have typed, yes, yes, fine, scoliosis, side, rickets, Asian, him, it. The thing is going down like a pyramid. The end of the chat. Yeah, it went to 4 viewers, so it's your ad blocker. Quit blocking the ads. You see an ad, just hit the stop the ad when it says stop the ad, or turn the volume off. So that's what, now it's 5. So now I know there's people out there. Remember, you're in my window of the world. I got my Massey's bill, a thing from Wells Fargo saying, screw you, we're not giving your money back, and the card from Zoe, and another former bill from a long ago debt account, and there's my Spiriva pill. Let me put that in the machine. The olive ad block turned on. See, in a better world, I'd have all these ads with the guy from Pittsburgh. He fought the good fight, but now he has to fight for his life. The guy from Pittsburgh versus the Pittsburgh Strangler. Who will win this Titanic medal? Tune in tonight and find out on CBS or something like that. Okay. Now I got it ready for inhaling. I think I have two pills left, and that's it. Put me on Survivor. I don't want to be on Ghost Island. No, don't want no Ghost Island. Probably on Hunger Island. That's where I would be. I'm hungry. Went and had the beef stew, and while I was on the phone with Kathy, it went down the wrong way, and I started choking. A Pepsi ad with a cat riding a bike. Yay, let's hear it for the cat riding the bike. My kind of ad. I'll buy Pepsi for the cat riding the bike. Was the cat watching my video? And if he shouldn't, he should be. I'm talking about cats. I should have a big cat contingent watching my videos. Cat fandom. Was a cat drinking a Pepsi? That's the other question. Was he riding the bike with one paw and drinking the Pepsi with the other? And was it Diet Pepsi, regular, caffeine-free, Pepsi-free, Pepsi Light, Pepsi not so light? I haven't seen that ad. I don't have ad blocker, I don't think. I just, when it says you can turn the ad off, I turn the ad off. Maybe he was Dr. Strange's new assistant, Kitty Cat. The bicycle riding kitty. They can teach a cat. By the way, they had a scurrilous story today how scientists did tests and found that the dogs have higher brain capacity than cats. And they have body language to tell when they want to be petted, when they want to be paid attention to, when they want to eat. And they said the dogs have a bigger brain than cat and capacity for learning. Crystal clear Pepsi. I tried that when it came out. God, it was horrible. That was about 1985. And there were cases of the stuff unsold. People did not like it. So maybe they've changed the formula to make it drinkable. I hate that. I want orange and root beer. That's all I want. And Diet Pepsi, they put aspartame in it, and it tastes horrible. So give me orange. I went to the Candy's ice cream shop here, and I bought a bottle of Dad's root beer, and compared to that was so good, $1.50 a bottle. I gave Kathy some. Compared to Barg's and Mug and other root beers out there, it tasted wonderful. This root beer is crap. And Pizza Hut is the second worst pizza I've ever eaten. It's horrible. I don't like pizza. Banana flavored Ramune. What the hell is Ramune? I know the Ramones. I know of them. I think that guy is dead. I don't think I'm wrong with that one. Banana flavored Ramune. Marbles. Okay. You're pulling my leg. There's soda. There's soda made of marbles. Lychee flavored. It's lychee nuts. You drink some weird stuff, Inuyasha. Next thing you know, you'll be drinking fruit fly punch or something, or flea flicker punch, or fruit flea flicker punch. Fruit fly flea flicker punch. Try saying that 4 times. Lychee fruit. I never heard of a lychee fruit. Joy Marone is the kid. Sound like the man is stealing my story about Frank Sinatra, but I could be. Anyway, I don't have much else to say tonight. I'm still physically sore and bone tired and hungry. Oh, God, not again. Okay, I thought we got rid of you. What now? Hello. What special moment? What, the bed eat you? Hold on. Okay, Inuyasha asks always weird questions about you. This is another weird question. You like lychee soda? You ever had lychee soda? Oh yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put you on the speaker. She said she don't know anything about lychee fruit soda.
fruit, but I've never had any.
Well, I never have. I don't know where you would get a lychee fruit.
Yeah,
it's not a juicy fruit, and it's not. Is it leaky fruit? Does it leak? I don't know. All right, keep it clean. And now, hold on, I'll give you the build-up here. Kathy will discuss the latest Ratty Patty outrage. Ta-da!
All right. Can I go?
Go ahead.
Okay. I talked to Patty on the phone, and I told her, I said, did you realize you were giving me a child's bed? And she had the nerve to lie, and, I told you it was a child's bed. And I said, I don't remember. And I said, when you said it was a child's bed, obviously I must have stopped and it belonged to their teenage
Hold on. I can interrupt for one question. Was a child inside the bed? I must know this.
Right, no.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
For her to have the gall to tell me, hey, Judy was a child bed. And I asked her, I said, what were you thinking? And she told me that she told the people that own the bed, that gave it to her, that she was going to be giving it to my girlfriend. I said, you told me I was an adult, right? She goes, yeah. And I said, then why were they even offering to give the bed? I said, you told them I was an adult. You told them I needed a bed. And they gave it to you anyway. Which makes me wonder what kind of idiots, as soon as they heard I was an adult, it should have, the whole bed thing should have been over.
Remember that my opinion is that Patty is a moron. All right.
Well, do you realize how stupid, how asinine that makes the people that offer to give it to her?
Well, they're trying to hold on. It may not be asinine. I don't think you're being fair. They're trying to get rid of a bed. They don't particularly care who's going to be sleeping in it. They want to get it out of their house.
Then I shouldn't have to have anything to do with them, even if it's through another person.
Well, they're not thinking about that. Oh, we have a chance to get rid of this bed, and Patty wants it for somebody else. That's all they're thinking about.
And Patty had the gall to claim to me, hey, I told you. No, you never told me. I know you never told me.
I have to say this. Patty makes a lot of stuff up. She makes herself more important than she is, but she also tells a lot of lies. Okay, I'm going to go make my ramen. You can keep talking. Yes, that's another thing. He says the beds can be contaminated with bed bugs.
I don't know about that.
I do. The exterminator told me that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Shut up for a minute. My pants just fell down. Oh, Jesus. Go ahead. That could have been a disaster. You would have seen Naked George if you didn't.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't believe for one thing. For her to tell me I told you was a child, and I, why would you even offer a bed that's for a child? Why would you even consider it? It's insulting. It's like, this is how I see you, my best friend. You're a child or some kind of garbage. I'm not a child, but that would be the equivalent of me giving my dad a toy, but you like Hot Wheels. I'm your father, I'm an adult. Why would I play with Hot Wheels toys? Oh, yeah, right, exactly. It's insulting.
Patty is not a considerate person.
But her told me that, I told you, fool. I'm sorry, I can't say it. I'm sorry. I can't say it. I told you, fool. I'm sorry, I can't say it. I'm sorry. I can't say the word. I forgot.
I have to do something here. I'm going to cover the screen for a minute because I don't want to have be shut down off of YouTube and scare the entire population of the earth. I'm going to cover the screen.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on. Will you be quiet for a second while I try to concentrate on getting by without showing everybody my naked body? Thank you. Ow! Well, I know better to wear those shorts. I need new shorts, by the way. I bought 2 pairs to go to Alien Con. I can only find one. I can't see them. All right, now I'm safe. Go ahead.
Well,
now, hold on. Zoe says, I pray you don't have bed bugs. I had them once, and trust me, you don't want them. And the exterminator from Terminix set, or wherever I called, said the only way to get rid of them is use high heat. They can't do it here with all my books. I do not have bed bugs. I would, if I were you, tomorrow, take that bomb I gave you and bomb the bedroom. Because that's why there's a guy who does videos. Let me finish telling you the story. There's a guy who does videos, and he's called Taco Stacks. And he said he does not normally take vacuums because vacuums are known to have bed bugs in them. He cuts the cords off because he can get money for the copper and the cords, but he will not take beds and vacuums. What'd you do?
I just knocked something over. Not important, but I don't have a lot of room on my desk right now.
But in any event, the reason why you don't take bedding that people leave is they have bed bugs. And I watched a video. I watched Hotel Impossible, and the exterminator they brought in. There was a hotel room where there were bed bugs and cockroaches in the beds, and the whole hotel was infested with them. He said they will go in metal chairs, they'll go in wooden chairs, they'll go in desks, drawers, everything. Once you get them, they're almost impossible to get out. He got rid of them, but he had to treat the entire hotel. And there's a dentist's office. I don't know if they got bed bugs. They got something here in Martinez and Alhambra. It's tented over now. And I've seen that more and more lately where they're tenting entire buildings. So I would check that bed to see if it doesn't have bed bugs. And if it does, you're going to have to get rid of it.
Yeah, well,
use that bomb in the morning when you get up and go take a walk. I read the instructions on this thing, and it says once you set it off, you have to leave for 2 hours. You do not want. They will eat you alive if, God forbid, that bed has bed bugs. And I'll bet you dimes and dollar bills that the fat one did not warn you about it could have bed bugs in it.
I don't think it had bed bugs in it.
Well, I would set it off, but that's up to you.
George.
Don't get mad.
Well, I've gone through enough drama.
All right,
Do I need more?
I'm just saying.
Well, don't. You said, okay, that's nice. You said it, done.
Sorry.
Well, right now I'm just, this is just so ridiculous. I know I should keep my mouth shut, but, Judy, why did you have to die so I could be left with Patty?
I don't know.
Next time, don't die. You die after I'm dead, then I won't miss you. But
what a nice thing to say.
What?
You die after I'm dead.
Well,
I mean,
I've got enough problems without this kind of stuff going on. No, I mean, I don't need it. I don't want it. I mean, it's just, I got enough problems of my own, and
she doesn't spread eagle, Lucius. She sleeps on her face.
Yeah.
What do you think? She's tied down to stakes in the desert while they pour honey on her and the ants eat her? Come on. Spread eagle. She is not spread eagle. At least not that I know. I'm cooking something. Go ahead. Talk about whatever. I'm busy.
Well, I'm just, what else is there to say?
You must have something. What have you done lately? What did you do? Okay, you were here all weekend. What did you do?
Well, half the time I kept on trying to figure out how to make the DVD player work. And then I read books because I was going out of my mind. And then I walked around downtown because I was bored. I walked to the barbecue thing, and of course, just like the last couple of years, there was nothing there worth looking at.
You went to the barbecue festival.
Yeah, and the one year we went, that was the good year, and the rest of them, how can you even call it a festival? You walk around, you eat, you walk around, you buy stuff you don't need, or you eat.
Did you try?
That's the reason why I won't go to the 4th of July, because basically...
Hello? Did you buy any barbecue?
Of course not. I only eat Emma Villas.
Well, I thought you might try something new.
No. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stick with Emma Villas. Emma Villas is the best we've ever had. I do not tarnish my tongue with other, if I make barbecue myself, I make barbecue chicken, and I only use KFC Master Barbecue. That's the only one I like. But that's because I can't afford to go to Emma Villas whenever I feel like it.
Keep talking. I'm busy in the kitchen with a bell pepper. Uh-oh. Sounds like reflux or something.
I had to swallow a pill and I didn't like it.
By the way, I told them my cats seem to be afraid of you because Fluffy and Fuzzy have not come in there except for cat feeding time last night after you were gone. Fluffy and little girl. Fuzzy was spending all the time in the window in the bedroom.
I don't know why cats don't like me. All I want to do is hug, kiss, and spoil. And I don't know why they're so scared of me.
I don't know either.
And Patty said, "Oh, yeah, you should wait till next year." No, I'm getting a cat as soon, when I can. I probably won't be able to do it till September. I need a baby to take care of. And that's really important to me. And, I miss having a cat. And unfortunately, we're saving money right now. And I told Patty that this is when, you don't have to pay the adoption fee in June. And, you just have to wait till next June. And I'm thinking, aren't we sensitive? She has a pet, you have pets. But I mean, like, once we have the vehicle, if I have to pay an adoption fee, I mean, that's what I have to do. I don't want to wait forever for a cat. I wish you knew somebody that had kittens or something, because that would make things easier. But
I don't know. I gave you 2 cats. They were afraid of you.
Because they were feral.
I don't want to give you a feral cat.
With feral cats, the only time I had a feral cat when they were kittens. When they're kittens, they can still be domesticated. Once they're adults, I guess that's it.
It's really difficult once they grow up because they aren't socialized.
I mean, I've had feral cats, but they were kittens, so they're, they don't have as many trust issues when they're young. But
all right, I'm in here taking the ramen out. This is my dinner.
Yeah, well, I bought something for myself that that I wanted to munch on. I finally got my ice cream fix, even though I practically had to put a gun up to Patty's head, and I went to Foster's Freeze, and they like Dairy Queen better.
Oh, shut up, Patty. Patty is always contrary. If you like X, she'll say she hates it.
Well,
or she'll say it's better than what you like. She likes to go to. I can't say the things I say to you privately on the phone, but.
Well, you know what? She likes squid and octopus, and the thought came into my head. We're talking about ice cream. And I told her the Japanese have this wonderful. Flavor called.
Hello, fruit and cake.
Called squid ink ice cream. And she gave me a look, and I said, "Patty, but you like squid and octopus." Mm-hmm. And I told her, "Why don't you get an octopus sundae? Take a baby octopus, put
Kathleen, I am eating my dinner. I have no desire to throw up my dinner. Stop.
Sorry.
Or I will come over there Monday and kill you. Now stop it. Not literally, but you just ruined my appetite, woman. Thank you. And you've grossed out my whole channel.
Sorry.
I hate you. I hate Patty. Go away. Now I'm in a bad mood. I was happy. You grossed me out. Why don't you take the octopus and shove it up your nose?
Why is it when you talk about things that are disgusting, it doesn't bother?
I'm not doing what you're eating. No good. I'm looking forward to my ramen with peppers. Take an octopus. And with that, I am going, and you're thinking it's funny. It's not funny. I will talk to you later. Goodbye. Why? 40 million people in this state. I met nice, normal people at Alien Con. We got octopus talking to food. Excuse me, people. I don't like bile going up my throat when I'm trying to eat ramen. God. No, they're not octopus flavored. That gets you a timeout. Oops. Hold on, wrong guy. Just get grossed out. He's going to gross me out again. It's chicken flavor with some yellow bell peppers in it because I have a whole bunch of bell peppers I got to eat the next couple of days before they go bad. Inuyasha, enough. Don't gross me out. I don't want to hear any comments about it grosses you out in the meeting. I'm starving. Where I was. By the way, fruit and cake, unless my memory fails me and I put it, you're going to have to send me an email and tell me exactly what was in that envelope because I don't remember if I ever got it or not, but I don't think so. And it has never shown up if it didn't get here. You know, cats are like people. They have quirks, and Fluffy loves me. He comes up and nuzzles me now. But there are times he runs away from me. Little girl runs away from me. Fuzzy backs off. I love them all dearly. When I have to coax the little girl to come in here feeding time, she stays outside and afraid to come in. Kitties are silly. And what gets me about Kathy is normally Kathy is grossed out by octopuses. So it's when she start talking about octopuses. Then she thinks it's funny. I ate 2 vegetable rotini dinners today. I took the beets and threw them in the garbage. I hate beets. I don't like the way they look. I don't know if they smell, and I sure as hell don't like the way they taste. So anyway, what's going on? I don't know if I got that or not. That's the problem. I will have to look in the drawer. I kept all the letters people are sending me, and I'll use the LED light tomorrow when I can. It's daylight. But I don't know. I don't think I got that. I got one with a heart, but that was back in May or March on the envelope for last year. I mean, I went down to feed the kitties today. Kitten was lying on her side like she was in Playboy. Fluffy and Fuzzy came over to eat. Mama Cat started to come over to eat, but Fluffy and little girl, not Fuzzy, I'm sorry, I can't talk now. Fluffy and little girl spooked her for some reason, and Papa Cat was nowhere to be seen. Oh, I don't not believe you. I've done videos in the past when you've sent me a letter or anybody sends me a letter. I didn't do one of Zoe's card because it came today and I had to go on the air. And I'll show Zoe and you, since she came in late. There's the nice card she sent me with the silly cats and dogs and the sparkles on it. And it has a Siamese on it, and other kitties. And this dog is kind of curious, but this is a happy dog, a Malamute probably. And there's a husky. So I like this card very much, and I thank you. So that was a Father's Day card today, and the cat father. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. So no, Valley Squirrel is a Belgab troll and one of my great enemies. He did send me free pizza on my birthday 2 years ago. By the way, I know it was 11 o'clock at night, but it would have been nice if someone had sent me a free pizza deal. God, I sure could have used it. It would have saved me a 28-block walk. And the drone called me on the phone all the way from wherever he is. But I couldn't understand the message entirely. So he also orders pizzas that aren't paid for long distance. Now, I checked the number, and it was in Livermore. So it's a terrible thing to do to a pizza parlor because they wind up making a pizza they don't get paid for. And I didn't order. He did that with Domino's, Straw Hat, and Pacifica Pizza, and then the Chinese place. He paid for the Chinese place. He did that 3 weeks in a row, disrupting my live video. It's a horrible thing to do. And it was pizza with jalapenos on it. The one pizza place, Pacifica, gave me the pizza and said, "Here, keep it." And I gave it to my neighbors who like jalapenos. I can't eat the stuff. Yeah, well, I banned High Cat. So it's nice to know the evil troll, Rally Squirrel, has another handle that I wasn't aware of. Thank you for that. And these people have no right to harass any one of my fans or friends. And Amber is a very nice person, and so is Zoe. And Zoe is a friend of Amber, a friend of all cats, including Sheba, Muffy, and etc. They keep waiting for her to come up with a cat named etc. But and Zoe made cat capes for Lucky Farrell's cats and for Mayan cat. But there's a whole contingent of trolls in the evil website, or should I say discussion board. We have no decency. And for the Japanese fellow who thinks it's disgusting that I'm eating, well, I'll tell you what, come over here from Japan and take me to Benihana or sushi, and then you can watch me eat without a video. Well, he got blocked too. envy is the evil of evils. And Weather Hade is from that site. So, and I know intellectually I shouldn't be eating during the videos, but my stomach starts growling, and then I can't think straight because all my body is saying is food, food. And my nose starts running because of the damn allergies. I've got 2 turkey burgers in the ice box, 3 bags of vegetables, and 1 TV dinner, and a whole bunch of bell peppers. And I'll mix those in with the vegetables and eat those up before they start going soft or something. That's all the food I get. Now tomorrow I can go and get $15 or 20, depending on what they give me from the church, and get more food. Then I got to pay Kathy back on the first $245. I told her I can't pay the $92 for the internet till August. So got some affiliates. Her new radio show is blowing up. I guess that's a good thing, as opposed to someone actually blowing up a radio show, which would be a bad thing. I'm not advocating blowing up a radio show. Of course, blowing up is a slang term, I suppose, for getting more listeners and more ratings. The death of Art Bell has left a void out there, and you have to decide who you're going to listen to. I wouldn't listen to it, that's for sure. You're certainly right. It's another fine mess you've gotten us into. I'm out of practice doing that voice. Night, Joe. No, because she'd want to take phone calls. It would be troll heaven, and she would not treat me with respect. I already know this. I'd never go on her show. I go on her show on one condition: if I could sit on her the entire show, and if she wear a muzzle, then I'd run the show. And she'd go, get off me! Hello, this is Nowhere in the Desert, and I've taken over the show. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, while I'm sitting on top of Weather Hade. Not a sexual sitting on top of her, just so she can't say a word and won't have trolls call. If you'd like to call and you're not a troll, the number is in Schenectady or Poughkeepsie, but only if you pick your feet, alternately. Now, a bridle, I don't think would keep her quiet because she could still open her lips, I think, but I'm not certain. But I've only seen a bridle on a horse, so I don't know. Or a brindle. No, a muzzle, so she can't speak. You know, Hannibal Lecter, but no hole for the mouth. Or I could use Gorilla Tape or Crazy Gorilla. I don't want to talk to the woman. I was on the Gabcast twice, and she was rude the whole time. Incredibly rude and mean-spirited. No desire to ever talk to her under any condition. Well, I will not allow that comment to be made because look, I got enough trouble with getting a word in edgewise with Kathy because she gets excited. But I also think Kathy keeps talking because she doesn't listen to the break. She just goes. And there's times you've already heard I have to yell at her to get a word in edgewise. It's not to be mean whatsoever. It's I can't get a word in edgewise. I get very frustrated. No, I did not get to see Fox Mulder. He was only there Sunday, I think. There's a schedule somewhere. I don't know where. I had the schedule. I can tell you the schedule, but if I can find the schedule. If you like your schedule, you can find your schedule. Alien Cone here. Well, there ain't nothing in here except my starred bag I put my iPad in. You never see that before. And some napkins and a bus schedule. And a card here for The Art of Claudio Benjamin. There's the front of the card. And there is the back of the card. I told him his art reminded me a bit of Chesley Bonistel. Like that. It's in the outside. Yeah. My sunglasses, the other glasses, the lens came. I crazy glued these before I left, and they still came out. I'm working on it. I got to get someone to design. I was looking on the hell is that thing? Fiverr. Oh, here's a stupid camera light that broke. I was looking on Fiverr today to try to find the designer. I have a lot of ideas. You just got to come up with the money and the time and excuse me, get somebody that's not in Albania to do the design. I want an American, not against anybody in Albania, but I want someone I can call up on the phone and talk to them to discuss what I want. Well, there were no live stream because Amtrak, you cannot live stream live. That sounds like I'm saying a tongue twister. There is no Wi-Fi in the coach trains at all. So I would have had to have $75 for the iPad on T-Mobile to live stream. And then the question is, would you get a T-Mobile signal on the train? There is Verizon in the business coach, but you can't live stream on there. The conductor said the trains are too damn old. They were built in 1977. Yes, the California, whatever they call it, connection or something, going from Sacramento to Santa Clara to where the first Alien Con is. The state of California pays for Wi-Fi for that. Amtrak federally does not pay for Wi-Fi. They don't consider it. They consider it not necessary. It doesn't have anything to do with safety. This from a passenger rail service that is constantly derailing. It didn't occur to me, but I did say a prayer for him or her. Yeah. Talked to the big guy up there and said, take care of their immortal soul, whoever it was. No, I did not see the guy's body. They did not open the train. Saw the police. It was daylight still at 8 o'clock. And then it got dark, and all you could see is policemen shining their flashlights under the car after the car backed up about 150 feet. Excuse me. and they did not announce who it was, and it's in none of the papers. Now, I called the San Francisco Chronicle, KCBS, KGO, East Bay Times, left a message, and I finally got a hold of somebody live yesterday at the San Jose Mercury News, and it was during the night, and they said, "I'm about to go home," and I explained the whole thing. I said, "I've left a note for the morning news editor," and I don't know. I've seen nothing on the news about it, so I guess it's not important on Father's Day. I guess they don't want to say anything on Father's Day that someone died. Very sad. But I did do a Google search, and you see Amtrak hits guy this, California Zephyr hits guy, Caltrains hits guy, and it goes back 4, 5, 6 years. There are constant deaths in the railroad tracks because people aren't paying attention. Did you have to post that? That's kind of about the splatter. I'm going to remove that. So that's kind of gross. All I know is the train engineer said that he hit something and felt it drag. So it probably was a mess with that too. But I'm not going to go into graphic details. I don't know them. Oh, I can get plastic. I can get some plastic cut for this, and don't like glass because if it falls, the glass shatters and they'll move in pieces. Clear hard plastic. Here, I got a frame for one of the pictures. But first, I want to have them autographed. This is in a picture protector. So. You know, a year ago, that wouldn't happen in my pants. I wore a size 62. Now I wear a size 52. Is that on both sides that he's shorter or one side? Yeah, it can be embarrassing. I get up to my video and I'm not wearing underwear here, folks. Some things are not meant to be seen by the eyes of man or woman, including my eyes. I can't see them anyway. They're really blurry. Somewhere my eye drops are in this apartment. I took them out of the bag, but I don't know where I put them. It's one of my problems. I put something down. Where the hell is it? It's going to take me 2 weeks to clean up all the mess in here. For one thing, Kathy made a mess. I started to say Patty. Kathy made a mess. And I've got to unpack all this crap I put in the bags and put it away. My nose is still going crazy. Excuse me. I hate that. Look, I went to the store. I got some, whatever they're called, they're caramel with this white stuff in the middle. I got some orange slices. I got a package of rum and some beef stew that I choked on. But I went to the liquor store. Had to come back at 8 o'clock. Had to feed the kiddies downstairs, and I had to take a shower. Spent a lot of money at Alien Con I couldn't afford. I don't know. Normally, I eat a cup of soup for 24 cents or 26 cents at Walmart because it's cheap. It's probably not good for me, but it's cheap. I'm a poor and poverty-stricken man. But I bought 3 packages of frozen vegetables, and tomorrow they deliver. What is today, anyway? It's Tuesday. Tomorrow they deliver my free food, and I'll go out to the church and get $20 of real food, and I'll probably get a couple of Cornish game ends and cut up the bell peppers and pour some soy sauce on it or teriyaki sauce, and that will be dinner for a couple of days. You're nagging, Ilyasha. Please quit nagging. I'm well aware what's in it. It's what I can afford. When I have money, I eat better food. But I spent money on a hamburger. I bought Kathy. I forgot to give it to her. She was so damn tired. Even these start to grow. I bought Kathy that. She likes dark chocolate. So she wanted me to get her a box of, what the hell was it? FLM for her birthday. I won't be able to get that till August. So I like chicken, but I get sick of chicken. And one day, I've told Kathy, one birthday, excuse me, you're going to take me for my birthday to Roots Grit Steakhouse. I get the biggest steak they got, and a baked potato with butter, and a big salad, and coffee or iced tea or something, and dessert. Had the first birthday meal I've ever had that was, sumptuous, like my mother did. She'd sometimes make good stuff. My dad was a wonderful cook. But for a long time, I ate chicken wings and chicken thighs and chicken drumsticks when I'm really poor, and I get sick of chicken. And chicken soup in the winter, and after I eat one more piece of chicken, I'm going to start pecking the carpet. Hey, we have 11 people in here now. Wow. So thank you for those who turned off your ad blockers. Block your ads. Now, August, I'll have money. I can buy fruit. And pears come out in August. I love pears. There's one place here, the guy grows the pears, and they are incredible. They're really, really good, but they're only ripe in August. Oh, my notes for my football picks last year. So long as that notepad's been sitting here forever. Here's another reason I'm broke. I gave them a bad check that I couldn't see. I didn't realize the account was closed, and I had to give them $498.25 this month. That killed me. I wouldn't know what a lychee fruit was from a lychee nut or a leaky boat. Never seen one, and I'd never heard of it till you mentioned it. And I'm a Taurus who doesn't like change. By the way, if you never saw these, I'm afraid to put these toward my nose because they were on my feet for almost 2 days. Someone, I don't remember who sent these to me. Oh, I didn't notice they have little tiny saucers on them. They're my alien invasion socks. I wore those at Alien. So I love peaches. I like pears. I love nectarines. I'm not supposed to eat oranges because it makes the acid reflux worse, but I love oranges. I love tangerines. I like apples. The one apple I'm frustrated on, I can't get. I'd have to go up to Apple Hill by Sacramento. Is the Macintosh, my favorite apple. No, she was busy she was busy talking about Art Bell. She saw my Art Bell shirt and she beamed. And she said, "Where did you get the shirt?" And I said, "eBay." And she said, "I miss Art." And I said, "Why?" And she looked up at the heavens and said something. I don't remember exactly what it was. "Thank you, Art," or "We miss you, Art." I said, "I miss you too, Art." And she hugged me, gave me a big, put her arm around me and hugged me. Now the picture there, I'm so tired but she was smiling, and Nick Pope was smiling. But I look like I'm a zombie because I was so exhausted dragging all that stuff around. I did not think of I don't take my shoes off in front of ladies. It's not something that would occur to me. Normally, if I weren't so tired, if I'd had 3 days of a hotel room, I would say, "By the way, Linda, you want to look at my socks?" And I've written her every video I'm live, so she may watch one of the videos now one night. I don't know. It'll be nice. I like Linda, but she loved the Art Bell shirt. Where'd you get that? It's at eBay. And there's another one that says night. It says night. I'll get that eventually. Nighttime will never be the same. And I think that's right on. It's like trying to imagine the Rat Pack without Frank Sinatra. Now she's a lot smaller than I thought she was. It's very diminutive. And Chris Posposa sent me this link for all these Art Bell shows. And I started listening to Art Bell from the high desert in the great American Southwest. And I almost cried. It's just, God, I miss that man. And I have listened to Art Bell shows and some shows more than once. I just go back and listen to them 6 months later. And with enough shows, after a while, it's like you never heard them before in some of them. And some you never want to hear again. There were some guys I didn't care for, like Terrence McKenna, I didn't care for. I heard he was one of the guests. I listened to him once briefly and said, "Nah, I don't like this guy." All this talk about marijuana and mushrooms and peyote and weird stuff. So I turned it off. And I'm still wondering why we have not heard from JC. Maybe it would be considered in bad taste. You would think he would talk about Mr. Bell. You have gone to the great Satan, Mr. Bell. You were the devil's toe jam. Where's JC been? Why hasn't he said anything about Art Bell's passing? That's why I kind of wonder whether or not he was put on or not. Trying to get these out of the way. I keep stepping on them. And I thought that Erin would have made some kind of public statement. I guess she's still in mourning, and we haven't heard autopsy results. I think if I'm not exactly doing great myself here, I'm choking. Since I got back, the pollen has really been affecting me. And oddly, nothing affected me in LA or Pasadena except the heat. I think if JC was not a put on, I think Edla leaving him broken. Edla running off with the motorcycle guy broke JC. And JC said he went out in the desert like Jesus to commune with God. And maybe he went out there and succumbed, got bitten by a rattlesnake, and the rattlesnake died. I don't know. But I used to turn on Art Bell with JC and Kathy would go, "What the bleep is this guy?" And we'd both be cracking up. We couldn't stop. I think he was the funniest thing I ever heard on radio, other than the Battling Bickersons. I don't watch Jason Callan. I don't know anything about him. I called him up for an hour and we had a very pleasant chat. I don't know why people are obsessed with asking me about Jason Callan. I'm nothing against the man. He was very nice. I hope he loses weight. It's not healthy to be that. I'm not exactly svelte. I'm 327 and a third. I probably gained some weight. Although I will say one thing, if I ate everything with jalapenos on it, I'd probably lose weight. It would burn my gut out in about a week and a half. So, all right. I figured this guy was a troll. See, this shows the level of intelligence of this moron. That he comes in here and asks me about Jason Callan, when in reality, he doesn't give a damn about Jason Callan. It's just to be a harasser. Snap T, I have the issue that I can't see small print except in a really good light. And I can't even see what I'm writing. So, for instance, it's not food, not for me food. Here's some kitty party mix, kitty friskies. I can read the letters there if I put it on camera. I can see the big print. I cannot read the small print. So if you have food and it will say, 650 milligrams of sodium or sugar or salt or whatever, I can't read it unless I shine a light like this thing on it. Can't see it. Now there happens to be enough light, and this is black on orange. If I strain, I can read Purina Company and St. Louis, Missouri, and all that. But normally I can't. And I was on Weight Watchers years ago, and I weighed everything. And then they changed the whole program. I used to have the original Weight Watchers books, and it was great. And then they changed the program to points. And then you do something else now with numbers, and maybe you need the numbers lady, or you channel Sylvia Brown. I don't know which. You channel Oprah. And I paid $100 for that new program, and I gave up. I couldn't figure it out. I had all the books and all the stuff, and I'm going, I can't understand this. I got to be a trigonometry person or something to understand how to make food in this program. And after going to Alien Con, I will be going to get fruit and salad. I ate a salad at the train station, and it attacked me. Chef's salad. It was very good when I was eating it, but I don't know why. But it did. Maybe it was all the train travel. I don't know, or what I ate the night before. But I'll be getting fruit and probably Cornish game ends, and I don't know what else. A salad. I have 10 pounds of potatoes in the icebox I haven't eaten yet. I've stopped eating butter. I have the butter sprinkled stuff. And I have one thing I think of microwave popcorn left, which is the butter flavored. Trying to lay off that too, but there's times that I get so hungry I don't have anything else to eat. I have instant oatmeal and I have hot chocolate. I have a lot of instant oatmeal. So, but it's most irritating and disconcerting and sad that some guy comes in here and gives me a bunch of crap over Jason Callan when he should have more respect for someone that all these Jason Callan Legion people should have respect for Jason Callan, and they don't have any respect for him because he told them to knock it off. to leave me alone. And I liked the guy. Like, we talked for an hour, and I was very happy, and it was very cordial. There was no hate, animus, rancor, anything like that. And he explained to me the video he did, and he said it wasn't about me at all, and I did not know that. So I'm at peace with the guy, but these people won't let it go. Truly, they are trolls. I found in my bag another little silver coin here, or copper. I can't even see what that is. That's how blind I am. I think it's silver. Might be copper. But it was in my bag instead of in the little bin of a little jar of silver. So I found my other anchor cable, which I thought I'd left at home, and it was in the backpack. And there is the train schedule. The Coast Starlight. Between Salinas and San Jose, it's an hour and 40 minutes. We spent 2.5 hours in Morgan Hill after they hit the port first. Here they are. Now you can go whenever you belong. I'm wondering if I got taken because a couple of these seem to be tarnished, and I wouldn't think silver would tarnish. Can't see that, but maybe this stuff is silver plated, and that's not really silver. And the guy's selling fake silver or something. Plated silver. Never got to read the Expert Podcasting Practices for Dummies, and I kept trying to read the Bill Burns book, but every time I did, the woman got on the phone again. That was really driving me crazy. Well, somebody's got to say something. Hiya. Hoya, hoya, hoya. Hoya, hoya, hoya. Boop, 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 boop. I typed that. It didn't show up. What the hell? That was weird. I can read chat. Oh, look at this guy. Another guy that I didn't see. And, oh, that's disgusting. What kind of adult, presumably it's an adult, puts filth like that on a chat room? Does it show your level of intelligence or lack of shame that you think it's funny to do this? The thing locked up. The chat thing locked up, probably because he put a whole bunch of spam out there. Last thing I saw was Snap T asking about, did I count the calories? And then this guy, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's deliberate spamming the channel. Oh, here we go. Here's another thing. Here's another thing. Another jerk coming in to harass me and disrupt this. See, they do that so nobody else can talk. And it's none of his business when the last time I had sex. Yeah, I can't read the chat. The last thing I saw was, do you count calories? And I do. So I look for the salt content on stuff. I've cut down. I've eliminated butter. I still use more salt than I should. But they do this deliberately so none of my friends can talk to me. I really don't care what Jason Callan does. I don't care if he's fat or thin or tall or short. Doesn't matter to me. I have nothing to do with him. They keep coming in and screwing with me. And you know, as for doing a video with Jason Callan, well, when I go back to Pittsburgh, I've said I may go up to Erie, and he lives to the right of Erie somewhere. I may track him down and say, hey, do you think we could do a video together where you would actually tell your legion of fans to get off my back? And we could actually try some food product, or I'd take you to a buffet or whatever. I haven't looked at his channel in over a year. I don't know what he looks like today. I really should know what the hell this was. That's very disturbing. It's like somebody, scratched something open or something. But the guy puts 8 things there and asks me really disgusting stuff. And I can't see it because he's blocking the channel by doing that. I can't, it stops the scrolling even. Well, they must have some kind of life. They're alive. But I think it's like Malachi Martin. They're people that are perfectly possessed, and they're people that are evil. And I think these people may be both, for all I know. And I ever seem to recall this mukbang handle before, but I can't be certain. Now, my iPad was not locked up. It was the chat that was locked up. This guy, when you put all those things on in a row, it stops anything else. It stops the scrolling. I can't see anything you type. And something now just flashed. That was odd. Something now just flashed across the screen. I saw something go, bloop. I don't know what that was. Let me try an experiment here. I'll ask you to bear with me. I'm going to type, and I can't type that letter either on my MacBook. My MacBook is screwed up. All right, let's see. This is a test, by the way. All right, there's 8 X's in a row. And I don't have the mouse hooked up. And that literally meant that while I'm typing those X's, nobody else can type. Now, it retracts the message, but it doesn't completely remove it, which is very strange. So there's no way apparently to completely remove a message. Even if you delete it, it's still there. If you're a troll, you're going to be blocked. So, no, we're not playing tic-tac-toe. This was a test to see what actually happened when a troll keeps posting insults or comments in a row. Because this troll I just banned, put 8 comments in a row and asked me disgusting things about my sexual activity, which is none of his damn business. And well, I'm just fine, but I'm not happy right now. This is a place for me to have fun and my friends to have fun. See, there's another troll being disgusting. Being disgusting. Probably the same guy under their handle, and probably some idiot from Sewer again. They see if YouTube were responsible, they would ban these guys for life and keep them. If they had a responsible way to do it, they would keep them from ever being on YouTube again. But that would be expecting too much to ask. I went and did a listing of how many people I've blocked in this channel. It's about 90 people. On the bright side, they're watching the videos. The fools. It does give me a headache sometimes. It's so aggravating. I don't have any kitties here. Horrible. No kitties. And by the way, he just impugned that I was having homosexual sex or thinking of homosexual sex with Jason Callan. That's disgusting. In more ways than one. This kind of jerks you up. The A word. I get really tired of these people disrupting my chat. This is why eventually I'm going to start doing invitation chats. And I figure out there's a way to do it. I found a way to do it, but it was really hard. You have to type in each individual. You can't just cut and paste. You have to go and type snap key at so-and-so. And then you have to do a comment. You have to do another thing. And then you have to notify everybody. Then they get notified they're in a private chat. And they have to go in and do something to get into the private chat. I'm not sure what. I'll eventually do that. A private chat for just select people. And there'll be 8 or 10 of us. And it'll be private. And they won't be able to get in, as far as I know anyway. I am not into homosexual sex by any means whatsoever. I like women. And it derails my train of thought when these jagoffs do this. That's a Pittsburgh term. It means jerking, among other things. Here's a fact from the calendar. Cool cats. Cats are very clever about keeping cool in the hot weather. Outdoor cats will head for a shady spot. Indoor cats will flatten themselves out in the bottom of a empty bathtub. You ever seen a flat cat in the bottom of your bathtub? You can help them by offering plenty of fresh water. This is an old calendar page. I like the kitties. They use them dope pads. And what is this now? I just saw something buried under here. Oh, this is the fellow. This is Zach in Pennsylvania. He sent me a lot of money. Thank you, Zach. I wouldn't have been able to go to Alien Town without it. Really appreciate it. Here's some coffee mate I got for Kathy. And here's these are invaluable, by the way. And this one, you can put 3 outlets in here. And you have to recharge a lot of stuff. I have 2 of these, and these are great. I carried one of these. I carried 2 of these to Alien and used it all the time. Used it to do live video in my hotel room. Great item. About $1.80. Well, now we have 4 people in here. So it may well be time to end it. They've thoroughly done their job of disrupting the live stream. And it's after midnight. I'm getting tired, people. Excuse me. I still have not gotten enough sleep. Or rest, that is. Whatever. And tomorrow I got to go out, get food, and I got to start working on putting all... I got clean laundry to put away. I was too busy. I start taking the stuff out of the Mac bag and finding a home for it. I got to change cat boxes. And I got to start putting away all the laundry, dirty and clean and whatever. So I think I'm going to end this one. Have a great night and say wet, dry, warm, or cool as the case may be. This is George Send, the guy from Pittsburgh. Thank you for watching. I don't know. Zoe went bye-bye. Amber went bye-bye. They love to embarrass women, which is also disgusting. All right, this is George Send, the guy from Pittsburgh. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now, and thank you for watching, and may the trolls